Now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
And the winner is...
What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. Well, today I thought we would reveal what panniers and luggage that I decided on for the 2018 Royal Enfield Himalayan. We're going to talk about which ones I looked at, which ones I considered, and finally which ones I bought. Stay tuned. Well, we've been dodging raindrops all afternoon, that's for sure. But you know, it is what it is. That's part of riding in Ohio. You got to ride when you can, and I can every day. Well, not every day. I got to work, but most days I can. But what we're going to start with is the items that are the luggage and the panniers that I looked at first. And the first is the most obvious: the OEM Royal Enfield Himalayan panniers and top box. These items I looked at first because, simply put, I have the OEM pannier rails on my 2018 Royal Enfield Himalayan, and they fit perfectly with it. I mean, they are the perfect match. And I really took a nice hard look at them, and you know, checked prices all over the world to figure out which is going to be the right price. And what I looked at is, on average, they're going to be about $500. And again, the prices could change, give or take, when this video airs and when you actually watch it. But as of right now, it's about $500 for the or more for the Royal Enfield OEM panniers. The second one that I looked at was from GV, and the main reason I looked at it from GV is because I'm telling you, I love the quality of the GV crash bars that I have on my bike now. They are fantastic. And so that made me think, well, you know, if the quality is that good on the crash bars, I'll bet it's going to be similar to that on their aluminum panniers that fit the Himalayan, as well as the top box and bracket. So that was something that I looked at pretty hard and checked the prices, and they were a little bit more than the Royal Enfield OEM. So they were coming in around $550 to $600, and then the top box would have been about the similar with the bracket as well too, the universal bracket as well too. So those are the things that I looked at really heavy. And I looked at another GV product. I looked at their more plastic, or more modern style, if you will, panniers and top box as well too. So those are the ones I looked at as far as in the hard or the solid style panniers and or top boxes. Now that brings us to the ones that I looked at in the soft realm. And the first one I looked at was Moscow Moto. Moscow Moto is pretty famous. I mean, I watch Itchy Boots. I mean, she's the one that I got turned on to the Himalayan by, to be honest with you. I didn't really know much about Royal Enfield's Himalayan until I started watching her videos. And what luck she had worldwide on her travels made me consider the Himalayan as a motorcycle to possibly buy. Then, seeing that she is running Moscow Moto on her Hondas right now. She's over in Africa, South Africa, and she's running Moscow Moto on that. And she also ran it when she was up in heading up into Norway and Sweden. And they're approximately the same price, if not a little bit more, than the GV hard bags. They're right around that $600 realm for the panniers. And then of course, if you're going to get other stuff, it goes beyond that, like the tank bag and the duffel bags and things like that. I mean, it just price upon price upon price on top of that. Which brings me to the next line that I looked at, and that was the Wolfman. And Wolfman is similar to Moscow Moto. Man, that's a beautiful sight right there, isn't it? Wow, look at that. But Wolfman is similar to Moscow Moto, but it's made in America, and it's a really well-known company, and there's a lot of people that are running those on different adventure bikes, whether they're the GS's or the Tigers, or insert your favorite brand here. And so I looked at those guys pretty heavy too. They really high quality, just like the Moscow Moto, and they were in the price range that is similar to Moscow Moto. So all of the ones we're talking about so far that we've looked at have been in that $500 range for the panniers, and then above for either the top box or the duffels, which is the version that you would think of when you're talking about the the soft luggage. It'd be more of a duffel style as well. So that's what we looked at. So we're going to talk about the ones that I actually considered. Well, the number one that I actually considered was probably an easy choice, and that was basically the Royal Enfield Himalayan OEM style panniers, and also the top box, because of the fact that it's built specifically for the Royal Enfield Himalayan, and the fact that it would tie perfectly up to my OEM panniers rails. And I think that is one of the biggest factors that made me look at it. Now, I literally tried as hard as I could to find the pricing for the cheapest that I could possibly get it at. I talked to my local dealer, I went online, I went on eBay. Like I said, the lowest that I found was like $460 to $490, and then plus shipping on some, and shipping included on the others. But the fact that it was really a long time to get them, that really was a factor, because I've been waiting a long time for a lot of this stuff. And anything that comes from overseas, I'm waiting a long time. And so that's one of the things that was part of the consideration, is the cost and the time for shipping. And that was really in the hard bags, that was probably the main and only one that I really considered, was the Royal Enfield Himalayan. I didn't consider the GV modern style at all, because I didn't think it matched the look that I was going for with the Himalayan, the industrial look. It looked too modern. It looked better on like a Tiger, or it looked better on like a GS or a KTM. That's where it would look better on. It wouldn't look good on this bike. It just would, you know, you have that fancy plastic that I complain about all the time, and then you have it on a bike that's built that looks like it's oh, what do we got here, a guinea? For you guys in America, I used to raise these when I was a kid. These are guineas, folks, and I really loved those birds. Now they're the best watchdog bird in the world. They'll tell you when anybody's on the property. Apparently they're too busy eating right now, but I love guineas, man. They're fantastic. They're native of Africa. But like I said, when I was a kid, I used to raise them and show them at our county fair. That was one of the things I loved to do. I did bunnies and chickens and guineas. Yeah, my squirrel moment, or guinea moment, if you will. Huh, let's take this gravel road just because it's fun. But the first one that I considered in the soft realm was the Wolfman. I really enjoyed these bags, the way they looked. And I think there's a female rider out there, and as the magpie flies, don't quote me exactly what what her handle is on YouTube. I can't remember exactly, but she runs the Wolfman, and she's really happy with it. I watch her once in a while, and I think she does a very good job. She's more wordy than even me, if that's at all possible. But she does a really good job, and I think that her input on it was pretty much a consideration. They're quite expensive for my budget, and so if I was going to get the Wolfman, I was only able to get the panniers. I wasn't able to get anything else, because it had been way more than I could afford at that particular time. And so that's one of the things that I decided in my considerations, is it's always about cost with me. I mean, you know, we've talked about this numerous times, and it's one of the reasons why I value my Patreon so well, because they do help me out quite a bit. And of course the views and the subscribership and the likes do as well too. So we are very cost effective, and we plan each and every expense out to the letter, and that's one of the things that I pride myself on. So when we do all these considerations, what do you think is the brand and the model and what all we've talked about, and maybe even didn't talk about, that I decided on? Lomo. If you guys haven't heard of this company before, I briefly mentioned it. What you're seeing right here are the adventure panniers, the 40-liter duffel bag, the 30-liter backpack, and the tank bag, which I think is pretty cool, that this plastic on the outside, you can put your phone in there and use a touch tone. I think that's pretty cool. They also make crash bar bags, but they're out until August, so I didn't get them. But as far as these being the most cost-effective, and I think it looks pretty good. Here, let me move this this backpack off of there and give you a better idea what it looks like. I think it looks pretty nice. It's a clean look to it, and it is made by a company called Lomo Water Sports, whose primary business is doing like wetsuits and stuff. So as far as being a company that is going to keep my stuff dry, I think this is going to be it. And the fact that it is a soft luggage, that when I do hit the deck, which I'm going to do, everybody does, I don't think I'm going to have any issues. Now we'll take a look at it outside here in a minute, but I wanted to show it to you in here. As far as the duffel, this is the first one we're going to look at. It basically has a couple straps here that I've got woven inside to hold it down. Now I didn't use exactly what they gave me. I'm using some of the straps that they had for other product lines, but we're going to unstrap it here real quick. Everything hang down, and just go through what each product is like and what I found, to be honest with you. Like I say, it's a dry style bag that opens up, and I have a bunch of just things. Like this is I wanted to fill it up, so I just put some stuff I had laying around. But it's just a couple little covers for motorcycles. This happens to be a big Harley cover, but again, and there's another cover. These are just 3 covers, but you've got a giant waterproof bag that you can actually, on the bottom here, there's some links, hooks, so you can put like a shoulder strap on it if you want to as well too. But it's something that is really, really waterproof and simple, and it's just a big duffel bag. And I'll tell you, can't get any more simple than that. As far as these pannier bags, basically they're giant side dry bags as well too, for the side of your bike, and they tie down really simply. But it's just a vast area inside. We'll take a look right there. This little Velcro area here houses a hard plastic plate that keeps its kind of its shape a little bit. But you can see there's, it's a gigantic room to put whatever you want in there. And I think we'll do is we'll wrap it back down here real quick, and the key is doing it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then I like to tie it here. We're going to do a review on it, or not a review, but a first impressions. But I just wanted to show you basically what they do right since I got it, and I wanted to mount it on the bike. But these things here are, again, the whole idea is I wanted something that was going to be waterproof more than anything else. And these things are that. They are, again, waterproof, and they attach easy to the Royal Enfield Himalayan, and I think they're one of the best looking systems. Again, it's got that black look that I like as far as the design style, and it's made by a company that specializes in waterproof, well, water sports. One of the things I was not actually sure I was going to buy, but it was, the more I looked at it, the more I thought it was going to be a good item for me, and that is the tank bag. And let's show you what's going on with that. I'll just unsnap it here and take it off, because it literally opens up from the bottom, or the top I should say, and I've got a couple things in it to give it some density. Actually, I've got my camp chairs in there. But I mean, it's a gigantic space, and it's got some. I think this marking here is all reflective, and it's got a total waterproof map pocket. In other words, the only way to access it is from inside. So you got to take it down and you can put it in there. And what's cool about it is when you can put your phone in here too, and this actually will enable you to touch the screen and get it to work as well too. So not only a map, but you could house your GPS in there and everything else. And like I said, you've got a huge area there. And we're going to go over each and every aspect of this product by product down the road. But I just wanted to show you what I got. And this was the a tank bag, their general universal tank bag, and it fits the bike perfectly. Again, goes around the front stem here, and then there's a tie that you put it underneath the tank. One thing you'll have to watch when you're putting it in is make sure you don't pinch any lines or any electrical cables, and once you've got that figured out, it's really easy to mount it. So I'm going to show you a bonus. The bonus is a backpack, and again, it's a dry bag just like the other ones. It's got a little waterproof zipper compartment in the front, and it's kind of cool because you can see that once it's zipped up, it is completely waterproof, and a little tuck area for the zipper top. But it does have little places here for the breathe for your back. So when you put it on, it's got a chest strap and also a waist strap. So it's I got this because I thought, well, you know, just in case I need more room. But odds are this will be something that I'll use for when I'm hiking more than anything else. That's probably what it's going to be for, because I still like to do hiking as well too. But one of the things that really turned me on about this product line was the fact that, number one, it was made by a company that really specializes in water sports. In other words, a company that's used to having things that are waterproof. And I talked about it earlier, that I wanted something soft, because if I drop, not if, when I drop the bike with all my gear on it, I can actually take it off pretty easily without too much fuss, and then put it back on if the bike is too heavy, or, you know, being a Himalayan, it's not all that heavy to begin with. And I'll be able to just lift it straight up and don't have to worry about things bending and mashing inside of the, you know, on the panniers and the top box. This stuff is all rugged, but yet waterproof. And I think that's really, really the whole concept behind adventure riding as well as it is. So, well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share and comment. You know, I read all the comments and comment on as many as I possibly can. Until next time, ride safe everybody, and keep her on two wheels.